Hey y'all, hey! If you've been following me, you've known that I have been living in Jamaica for over 5 years, well, almost 5 years. And recently I had to come back to America to have surgery on my knee. I recently was inboxed and someone asked me, what are the benefits of living outside of America versus in America? So I'm getting ready to tell you. Because everybody know me love Jamaica. My accent's horrible, so I'm not even going to try. But the benefits of living in Jamaica, I'm a Cubs fan. Being back in America is horrible. Yeah. I love America. Don't get me wrong. I love my country, but I love Jamaica more. And the reason being is in America, we have rent or mortgage, which is no less than $1,500 a month, even for a 1-bedroom or 2-bedroom in a nice area. Then you have your electric, your water, your gas, your cable and internet, your car insurance, your health insurance. And even if you have health insurance, then you have a copay. If you go to the doctor, you have a bigger copay if you have to stay in the hospital. The bills are never ending. I literally have a book that I have to write them all down and check them off as I pay them when they come in every month because I can't keep up with them. There's so many bills, right? Then, not to mention, the healthcare system is horrible. The food that they provide us is full of preservatives and poisons so that we get sick, and now we have to depend on the healthcare system and take healthcare medicine and all this stuff. When I moved to Jamaica, of course, the food there is organic. It's grown, raised, your meat is raised there. Your vegetables and fruit are organically grown there. If you go to the farmer's market, if you find a local farmer to sell you your meat and your fish and your eggs and go diving for your fish, whatever, what have you. Anyway, all the food is organic. There's no stuff in it. So automatically, that alone, I lost a whole bunch of weight. Go back on my videos. I'm not going to go into it. But living in Jamaica, it's peaceful. Like, the people are so amazing and so friendly. Yes, you have bad everywhere. Everywhere you go, you have good and bad people. There's always going to be guns and drugs and this and that. But you also have a positive side. It's paradise, for God's sake. So I have a 1-bedroom apartment overlooking the sea. It's fully furnished with no utilities. Internet is provided, water, power, everything is provided, and I pay $350 a month. No, 3 times the rent, prove your income, this or that. Oh, you need a place? I have a place. Pay me the first month and a deposit, and it's yours. I've been there 5 years in the same apartment. Why would I move? So when I got sick, I had to come back to America to have surgery. I didn't have anywhere to live because I had sold my house. I sold all my furniture. I sold everything. So just for these few months that I'm in America to have this surgery that's covered by my insurance that I already had from my husband passing. That's a long story. But so the rent was $1,200 deposit, $1,200 rent. The power was $200 deposit. Gas, $200 deposit. Water, $150 deposit. Internet, $100 a month. Then my car insurance, I had to buy a car, so that's another $6,000. Then car insurance runs me $250 a month for full coverage. Like, the bills never end. Within 3 months, I spent over $7,000, well, not counting the $6,000 car I bought. In 3 months, I spent almost $8,000 just because now I have to buy a couch and chair. You know, I have to buy my furniture. Had to buy a bed to sleep in. Then I had to buy linens to go on the bed. I had to buy dishes. Then I had to buy food, which is outrageous. $12 for a dozen eggs. Come on. So yeah, why do I live in Jamaica? Because I don't have to worry and stress myself over bills. Yeah, it's not an easy life compared to America. It's a third world country. Some say it's not third world. They say it's first world. You choose what you call it, what you want to call it. Because for me, it's paradise. I have no hot water and I have no AC, but I have fans in the window and I have the sea breeze coming in. So I don't need it. If I need to wash my clothes, I wash them and hang them out to dry. There's no dryer, but I love that because the fresh sea breeze blows through my clothes. Anywhere you go, 5 miles, 10 miles down the road, there's our river. We go every Sunday to the river. There's waterfalls. There's music. There's dancing. There's people everywhere. Just, I don't know. There's no difference. It's no question for me. I love Jamaica. And as soon as I get well enough and back on my feet, you're damn right, I'm going back. Who's going with me? And for those saying, oh, once your American money run out, you'll go back. No, I won't. I won't. Because I'm retired. I'm on a budget. I've taken my money and budgeted it. I allow myself so much every month while I'm in Jamaica. And once I reach that budget, that's it. And so that money, it'll last me a really long time. I'm not rich by any means, trust me. But I lived in Jamaica on less than $1,500 a month total. Rent, food, everything. So yeah, I'm not going nowhere. I'm here to stay. I do apologize if I'm rambling because I did just take my medicine, so I'm kind of loo-loo. So if I'm rambling, I'm sorry. But yeah, it's a big advantage. Not just Jamaica, any country outside the U.S. Pick one. Pick one, search it on TikTok, living in so-and-so country, and there's a million videos of other people that have done it, and you can follow them and get guidance from them. But before you move anywhere, make sure you travel there and see if you like it. Because Jamaica is not for everybody. And it's not for the weak. If you're weak-minded or if you're not street smart or if you're not aware of your surroundings, then don't move here. Absolutely. But I wish you luck. One last thing and then I'm done. Don't come at me with Jamaica's dangerous. Jamaica this, Jamaica that. Because I'm scared to go to the freaking gas station in America. Might get robbed. Go to a concert, might get blown up. Go to visit my nephew at his school, might get shot in a school shooting. I mean, come on now. There's violence everywhere you go. So don't give me that crap. Jamaica polices their own. So it's much safer than you think it is. That's the media. So if you come to Jamaica and you want to tour around and you want to see Jamaica and you're scared to do it, give me a call. Me and my security guards will come get you and we'll show you around. Hey y'all.
He got a t-shirt for us.
I got a t-shirt for
So
somebody.
somebody asked me why I moved to Jamaica. And I'm going to tell you why. So I don't feel well, so I'm drinking ginger with lime and honey. That's a Jamaican remedy. Or you can do squeeze some lime in a shot of rum. And that'll clear you up too. But why did I move to Jamaica? Well, let's go back 4 years ago. I apologize for the background noise. A little over 4 years ago, I was married to a wonderful man for the last 18 years. Well, 17 years at the time. And yes, I'm using a filter because I look like horrible because I'm sick right now. So, I was married to a wonderful man for 17 years. We had 4 kids, all of his, but they're my stepchildren. And 10 grandkids, and he worked in the coal mines. Most of you know this and know me. But one day, he laid down for a nap and didn't wake up. And it was devastating to me because we were still in love like the day that we met. We still dated each other and loved each other. I mean, we weren't perfect. We had our issues. Every marriage does. But we loved each other. And so his death was traumatizing to me. And after the day he passed, even before the funeral, only a select few of people, and you know who you are, checked on me, came to see about me, including his children. And our friends, I no longer fit in because I'm now single, you know, with their married couples dates and couples parties, and I just didn't fit in anymore. So everybody drifted away. And so little by little I sold off everything we had. I gave his motorcycle for a little bit of nothing to his best friend, and I sold I gave his truck to his cousin, sold the house, and decided to move back home with family in Kentucky. I hadn't been around them in over 30 years. But I thought maybe it'll be good if I be around family again. Wrong decision. But anyway, long story short, I lived in Kentucky for a whole year. I gave it a chance, and I was still miserable. I was still depressed. And anyway, I went on a girls' trip to Jamaica because I had been talking about Jamaica since I was a little girl. Anybody that knows me, I'm obsessed with Jamaica. My husband, I had told him that year, I said, if you don't take me to Jamaica, then you're paying for me and my girlfriends to go. And he said, no problem. But, of course, he wasn't around to do that. So, me and these 4 other women went to Jamaica for 10 days. And we had an amazing tour guide, Island Tours Jamaica. And we spent an amazing 10 days, I think it was, at the Rio Reggae in Montego Bay. And we had an amazing time. I completely forgot all my problems, everything. And we went back home. And when we went back home, I went back to Kentucky. They went back to Alabama. And I was back to being miserable and depressed and sad. So I called this tour guide and was like, hey, if I come to Jamaica for 3 months, do you think you could help me find, you know, a long-term apartment? Well, short-term. Yeah, no problem. So I got an apartment and I stayed those 3 months, came back home, and I was miserable. So I said, you know what, I'm just gonna move to Jamaica 7 months out of the year, and then I'll come back home the other 3 months, because you know you have to live in the United States every 6 months, less than 6 months, in order to not have to file on your taxes and all that. And you know, it's a bunch of paperwork and stuff. Anyway, I go home about every 3 months. But long story short, I went for 3 months, and I've been here a little over 3 years. And the apartment I currently live in, I found through a mutual friend in Jamaica that I had made. He's no longer living. He met his demise last year. But his uncle had a house with an apartment downstairs, and I have a pool overlooking the ocean, and I basically pay $350 a month with no utilities. Yeah, I have a 7-passenger van. I'm running a successful tour company, showing people around the island. Most of my tours are single females traveling alone because they trust me, you know. But yeah, that's how I ended up in Jamaica, and I love it here. It was the best move I've ever done. It was the best decision in my life. I lost over 80 pounds, about 65 or 70 actually. Went from a size 16 down to an 8 within 7 months. And I put a little bit back on now, but it was the best move I ever did, mentally, physically, emotionally. I still have my days. I still miss my husband. But I love Jamaica, and I wouldn't change it for the world. So don't listen to the advisories, because the neighborhoods that they mention in those advisories, the neighborhoods and the areas that they mention, as a tourist, you will never go there. We wouldn't take you there if you paid us. You'll never reach those areas. So you're perfectly fine to come and enjoy your vacation and have a wonderful, amazing time. If you have any questions about moving to Jamaica or coming to visit, or you need a tour guide, or you even need airport transport, hit me up. I'd be more than happy to help you out.
I always find it ironic that in places called third world countries, the quality of life can be so much more vibrant, invigorating, filled with real relationships, laughter, joy, that we don't get here in the US. For example, when I would go to Jamaica growing up, I always noticed that work wasn't as much of a priority. And then I realized that in the US, we live to work, and in other countries, they work to live. In the US, we value our luxuries. We love having things. We go to Amazon, we click, we buy. It's a ton of consumerism. It's a ton of prioritizing these material things, but we don't prioritize human connection the same way. Living in the West, it's a very I-focused society. So we are focused on ourselves, our gain, our lives, our world. And when you go to another country where it's more we-centric, it's less individualistic and more of a collective, there's just this level of laughter and joy and connection. In Jamaica, we party with each other. We party with our friends, our family. They may not have as much monetarily, but they have so much more joy. They're gonna play dominoes, they're gonna connect, they're gonna meet up, they're gonna talk. Those types of things don't happen in the US as much because we're all so busy doing business. We all got our own things going on. It's big as hell. You're all the way in this state, I'm all the way in that state. It's just not the same kind of environment that fosters those really deep connections. So whenever quality of life comes up and is in question, I always find it ironic because in my mind, there is way more than one definition of a good quality of life. And I guess it really depends on what variables you look at to decide what is.
So hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Nelson. Kindly, if it is for your first time coming across my video guys, feel free to share, comment, and also show me some love by subscribing to my YouTube channel. So guys, I hope that you have watched that video that a USA lady has come out and she herself preferred living in Jamaica rather than living in USA. So guys, the lady told us some of the reasons that she preferred Jamaica than USA. So the lady says that USA life is so hard, and USA you have so many things to pay for, like the mortgage bill, the car insurance, the house insurance. So their life is very hard. You need to have a good job that pay you well. And the lady said that life in Jamaica, she has stayed for Jamaica for a little time, but she's saying that life in Jamaica is not that very hard compared to USA. USA you have so many things to pay, but Jamaica you pay for not much things like USA. So you can see, guys, that the girls even the lady even has a list of things that she need to pay for. You know, there's many things that you need to pay for, so she has to write them down because maybe she can forget some, and she doesn't want to forget. So guys, life in Jamaica, I think the lady was right. Life in Jamaica is it's not that much difficult that in USA, because in Jamaica you have to pay you only pay for maybe your house, yourself, you pay for your car insurance, and life is good. In USA you cannot stay without work. You see that the lady has said that in USA you cannot stay without working. You need to at least have a good job that pays you well. But in Jamaica you can at least stay without work, but you will be able to pay for your house and some of your basic needs. So the ladies also have said that the high cost of living. The lady has talked about the high cost of living. In USA, like, things there are expensive. Things are very expensive. Not like Jamaica. You know, the Jamaica things are cheap. They are not that expensive. So the ladies has talked about the high cost of living in USA. So yeah, the lady has also talked about the people, your neighbor. Like in USA, people, they don't interact that much. People, they stay on their homes. Even you cannot know your neighbor. You cannot know your neighbor if it's a good person, if it's a thief, or even if it's a gangster. The lady has talked about that. Is afraid. You know, in USA there is some gang group, like you hear the people of some side cannot go to this side, the people of maybe west side cannot go to east side because there's a gang group that they keep on fighting. But in Jamaica there is nothing like gang group. There is very peaceful, like it's very peaceful and it's very enjoyable. The lady has also said that she really enjoyed living in Jamaica because Jamaica is very beautiful. And she goes for a picnic, she walks there, she sees some beautiful mountain, rivers, and she really enjoyed it. Rather than USA, whereby you stay alone in the house, like things are expensive and you want to go to somewhere, you have to pay some at least some amount of money. But in Jamaica, the overall nature is very beautiful. You can walk by, see, take some pictures, and enjoy yourself. So guys, the other thing that the lady has talked about is the food. The lady has said that in USA they are being given food that, like, it has chemical, like it's not good, like it has poison, and when your body get poison, eventually you'll become sick and you'll have to seek medical. So she preferred Jamaican food because Jamaican food, it is organic from the farm. Like, you go to the farm, take like your cabbages, take like your skuma wiki, wash them and you cook them. They are organic. They are not like from USA, which they have chemical. In USA they try to enhance them, like to enhance food, like they want the food to stay for long, so they put some chemical. And when your body meets some chemical products, it will become ill. So the lady said that she prefers Jamaican food because it's organic, and she said that Jamaican food is sweet and Jamaican people know how to cook. The other thing that the lady has said is that Jamaican are very social. They are very good people. They are very welcoming. They are welcoming. Even if you are new there, they cannot judge you. They are welcoming. She said that in USA people like staying alone. Like, you cannot know your neighbor. You're having, like, in USA, before you find a friend, it will be so hard because people are very judging there. But in Jamaica, you see people, they want to know you. Like, your neighbor want to know you, where do you work, how do you stay, like, and helps you. Like, here in Africa and in Jamaica, like, people like socializing. When maybe it is Christmas, they come together, they socialize. Here, even me myself, my neighbor, I know my neighbor well, she knows me, she comes and visit me. Like, so guys, the lady, I think she's enjoying life in Jamaica, and she's saying that Jamaica is not that expensive. If you want to come, if you want to try Jamaica, you can search on TikTok, maybe you see that. If you want to travel to Jamaica and start a life in Jamaica, and you can enter TikTok, search people different issues about Jamaica, and see that Jamaican is not that hard. Jamaica and Africa, even I know, even people are traveling out of those other countries and coming to Africa and Jamaican, because here in Africa, there in the Caribbean, in Jamaica, life is not that hard. You can survive even without much money. So guys, if it's your first time coming across my video, guys,